Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're live on the Vobes show on the 2nd of October 2000 and whenever it is, 19. We're just adjusting our microphones today because we have a rather large object in the studio, which is a bit in the way. Anyway, you join us now, just trying to make sure everything's coming out loud and clear. The lovely Julia. Hello.
Looks like I'm in a teacup.
Yes. Oh, hello. You're in a teacup. I've just had an alert that we're live, which is handy. I'd just like to ask a question, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Are we coming over as a bit yellow? Because on my laptop, I'm sure this laptop is on its last legs. I haven't had it that long, but it doesn't seem very good. The colours seem to be very yellow on that, although I know the camera is not producing yellow colours, so maybe... So maybe, you can tell us if we are a little bit yellow, if you know what I mean.
We've got some funny comments already.
Oh, good. What do we got?
Live in 8 hours, says Joe Merchant.
In 8 hours?
Yeah, for some reason your description is a bit funky.
Oh, is it?
I've noticed,
oh.
yeah.
That must be...
Brits, hello.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, we're not live in 8 hours. We're live in...
Kane.
We're live right... So who have we got out there?
Hi, Laura.
Hello.
We're live now, not in 8 hours.
Oh, live, yeah, now. Well, I don't know, who's...
Cheryl, missed you.
Hello, Cheryl. Let me just clear up the mess. I've just knocked my cup of tea over. Sorry about that.
Hi, Anne.
Hello, Anne. Lovely to see you. Thanks for the check, Anne. It's very kind of you.
Lady in the shed, hello.
Lady in the shed. Hello, Vicky. Hope you're well.
Barbara Charles, hiya.
Hello.
Nigel Sadler, hey up.
Hey up, lad.
Claire Leach, hey out.
Hey, oh, hello.
Cool.
Yes, good. Well.
Only your bonce, said Linda Kane.
Only what? My bonce is yellow?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for that. I have been putting on some special yellowing stuff so that when we get on the canal water will have a very good effect on my skin. I don't know where I was going with that. But I
have no idea either. I was just reading Nigel Sadler's comment. Put my t-shirt in.
Yeah.
Hashtag bubble wrap.
Hashtag bubble wrap on tonight's show. We have a... Why did I leave that on?
That's probably really loud in the mic. I'm sorry, guys.
I hope it is. Firework night tonight. Listen to the fireworks. Ooh. You can hear the fire crackling away. And there, homemade sound effects, ladies and gentlemen, on firework night. Actually, I've got the wrong glasses on. Hang on. I need to change into my stage glasses. One moment, ladies.
Forget Wallace and Gromit, the wrong trousers. We got the wrong
specs. Notice any difference? No, not really. But anyway, so there we are. We're having a slug of tea. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vobes Show. We have another What's in the Box from the lovely Elaine Brazier, which
Thanks.
I went to the post office yesterday and picked up this enormous box. Have a lift of it. Yeah. Use some of that baby strength. Dun, da, 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 dun, bum, ba-dum. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we need to actually take the bubble wrap off. I forgot to do that before the show started. So
I'm quite glad you didn't.
Yeah, here we go. In the meantime, I've been asked to flash this up. Anyone know where that is? We did this a while ago. Steve and Darren. Oh, I'm getting confused. Darren Dendy. That's right, Darren. I went to meet two lovely viewers. I've been calling Steve Tony for the last few weeks. His name's Steve... Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Tinson or something? Tinson. He's a very nice bloke. Bought me a nice orange juice and lemonade. Gave me this wonderful photo the other week. Well, a few weeks ago. I think this is the building of the power station at Shoreham. I think that's what it is. Not one of the mystery towers. I think that was the power station. How you doing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to punch you.
That's all right.
You're beating up the Vobes.
If anybody knows what it is, let me know. He also gave me as a gift this picture here, which is a chapel. He says it's in France. It's got down the letter. Hang on, I've got to get really close because I can't read otherwise. Chapel of Buses Halls. Does anyone know where that is? Chapel of Buses Halls, built by H. Bish, 1901. There we are. If anyone can tell me where that is, he wants to know. So we get all sorts of stuff on this show.
Try pulling that side.
Pulling? What am I pulling?
Wait till I get hold of the box first.
All right.
Pull. Pull the bubble wrap.
Oh, pull the bubble wrap. Pull the bubble wrap.
Yay!
Hey!
Now I can stop interrupting your
Yeah, my
flappy mouth.
mouth. Yeah, thanks very much. Before we get to the box, one other thing. When I saw Steve and Darren, Steve very kindly gave me another present. He said, Richard, come to the car. I'm going to give you a present. I said, oh, that's very exciting. Gave me the picture, and then he gave me this. I said, what is it? What is it? It's beautiful, isn't it? He said, it's a bag of apples. Cooking apples. Lots of... I said, where did you get these from? From my garden, he said indignantly. I have now a large load of cooking apple. I don't know what to do with it. He said you could make a pie. So some pie.
Well, what you're going to have to do with all of those, because you're not going to get through those very quickly.
You want to eat one?
Well, they're cooking apples.
Yeah,
Don't eat those unless you cook them.
Oh.
I learned that the hard way when I was a kid.
So if you've got any suggestions what I can do with the apples, let's see. Linda Kane says it's World War One Mystery Tower #1 ?
Ooh.
Well, I've looked at pictures of that, but I don't think it is the World War One thing that you mentioned, because there's just differences on this tower. I mean, there's these plaques here with the triangular portico thing on the top there. The tower, I think, is slightly wrong. And I think it's got to be the building of the power station, isn't it? Or something like that, isn't it?
It's got pieces of old newspaper on the back of it as well.
Yes, which doesn't have a date.
No, you can't discern
It says,
the age of.
Mr. Henry Lambert, dentist, begs to notify that he has moved his dental establishment from Milton House, Prince Albert Street, to Ship Street House, Ship Street, Brighton. So I think it's got some sort of Brighton connection or Shoreham connection or something.
That's
Anyway.
cool.
I got that out and done with. Phew.
You're getting lots of suggestions for the apples. Cook and freeze for future pies, says Linda Kane.
Oh, right.
That's going to be a big pie, says Claire Leach.
Yes, going to be a very big pie.
Cider making, says Veg Grower Podcast.
What, with cooking apples?
I don't know, I guess so.
I suppose you can make cooking cider.
Yep. Kevin says baked apples.
I've heard about... oh, no, I can't do that joke. It's rude. Anyway, yes.
You have innocent ears here.
Yes, I know. Mustn't corrupt the innocent ears.
Yeah, so what you definitely need to do is chop them and freeze them for now until you decide what to do with
Well,
them.
chop them.
Yeah.
Do you boil them up first and then freeze them?
I'd
Peel them, chop them,
Peel them,
delouse
chop
them. I mean, take the pips out.
Decore them.
Decore them.
Or core them.
We want
Decor
a bit.
them.
We need a bit of decorum
We
in
need
this
to
show.
decor them, yeah, definitely.
Yay. Baked apples from the Essie, yummy. Oh, baked. I suppose you could bake them and put sugar on the top with a bit of jam or
Dan
something.
Harris says toffee apples.
Toffee
I'm
apples,
not
yeah.
sure if you... Jen will have to look into that, won't you?
Yeah, apple pie, apple crumble. I do need a good recipe. I was actually hoping to have time today to do that, but by the time I got the Essie lit and everything, the Essie wasn't hot enough and time was running out.
Excuses.
And I ran out of excuses, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Ran out of excuses. Anyway, we haven't got time for all this. We're 9 minutes into the show and we have a box here.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? I wonder what is going to be in the box today.
A variety of items in the box, all appertaining to the one event that shaped our lives today.
Oh.
That's what it says
So
right now.
here we go. There's the first clue on the outside of the box to the one event that shaped up what happened this day in history on the 2nd of October. What year? Who knows?
Who knows? Clues for what's in the box.
Brilliant. Shall we open the clues for what's
Shall
in the
we?
box? Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, for another very exciting... By the way, had a message on YouTube last week it was, when we had done the what's in the box, and somebody had said, do you know what? Your material has gone downhill. What's in the box? I unsubscribe. And some bugger has gone off and subscribed somewhere else. What a swine. The thing was, before it was just me pontificating about nothing in particular. So I think the quality of the show's gone up since the lovely Elaine Brazier has been sending food parcels. I mean, what's in the boxes?
Are you attached to that soapbox just to stand on?
Yes, I am.
Stood on.
Would you like me to get off?
Wait. Eddie.
Oh! Thanks.
That wasn't your ankle. That was the box.
Yes, I know, but I fell as a result of the box being...
twisted your ankle. Oh, sorry about that.
No worry. Joe Merchant says, baked apples with dates in the middle. Oh, yes.
If you like dates, that sounds great.
Well, I'm free and single. I can go on dates. Thank you. What does he say here? Kevin says, I stewed apples last year and froze it. Lovely. Did you eat them as frozen apples then? Is that what you're saying? It's a massive Christmas cake. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, in there. Well, hang on a minute. It can't be a Christmas cake, can it? Because it's just all various things to signify what happened on the 2nd of October on this very day. So Elaine's been thinking about this because she sent it before the day had even happened. Before history. Oh, hello. Dink. Right. So, shall we do... How many clues are there?
21.
Oh, my goodness. Right. OK, here we go. Clue number 1. Clue number 1.
OS grid 335 14205.
Anyone got an OS map? Now, if she had done what's 3 words, we could have sorted that out. Did anyone see our video on what 3 words on our app thing, where we pinpointed where we were? Did you see the joke at the end? No.
Looks at you bemused.
I
remember you mentioning.
Yes. At the end of the video, up comes more what's 3 words, and the 3 words were totally raving mad.
Oh.
And somebody did spot that and said, oh, yes, David Booth spotted it and said, oh, yeah, I put those in, it came up with his house. Well, actually, nothing comes up because I did check it.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought at the end of it was quite funny to put... Anyway, a wasted joke, that, ladies and gentlemen, a wasted joke. I should keep that for another rainy day. Cook with cloves. I always wear cloves when I'm cooking because the Essie can be, singe your hairs.
We got some more people joining us. Robert Croso, heyo.
Hello, Robert.
Gorgon 1997, hello.
Hello, Gorgon.
Dan Harris, or did I say hello to you? Anyway, hello again.
Apple chutney, that sounds good,
Johnson, hey.
Well, Richard, if you need some apples and you want to do some chutney with me, I'll come over after the canal boat and we'll make some up. How about that? Do a video on apple chutney or some other thing.
That sounds good.
Because I got a big bag of them. Thank you, Steve Tinson, or whatever your name is. Don't
ask me.
No, well, I won't.
So
the grids. Here, anyone got the OS map? Give us the grid reference again.
OS grid 335 14205.
Now, there's one floor here, Elaine. We don't know. Oh, it may not be an OS map. It may just be a national, because I suppose that's a unique grid reference. Because I always think when you've got an OS map, you can, Forget I spoke. It's clearly, presumably, you could put this in on Google as a grid reference. If somebody types in Google on grid reference and then puts in the number
335 14205.
335 14205.
Good brain.
Hey, don't ask me in 5 minutes.
What was that number?
225 003 555.
You knew 555 was going to come out of your mouth.
Anywho, it's a massive Christmas cake. Yeah, chuck the knee. I don't know what that means. Good plan. Chuck. Yes, very good. It takes 8 hours to cook. Well, don't suggest something that takes 8 hours to cook, my friend.
You'd have to film some of the starting process.
I haven't got 8 hours in my life. So busy, so busy, don't you know? Showbiz.
That's a whole potentially 3 or 4 videos in the making.
Yes, that's right. And editing.
10-minute videos.
And uploading. The Veg Grower podcast says, what is your plan for the apples? I don't know. Oh, he doesn't. It's 555. Yeah, Dover. Oh, Dover, Lara says. Okay. Thank you, Lara. So,
cool. Okay.
Something in Dover.
Shall we move on?
Yes. I wonder if it was Julius Caesar. He came in near Dover, didn't he? The White Cliffs of Dover, and the Brits were throwing in AD 43.
Okay.
Yeah, go on. Let's. Sorry. Clue number 2.
Skeletal remains of minute planktonic green algae. Skeletal remains of minute.
Chalk. Chalk. White Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
Got to be the White Cliffs of Dover. Hey, we're getting good at this. We are. Sorry, didn't give you a chance to.
No, you didn't, did you?
Did you?
God blimey.
God blimey. But take my thing for it. White Cliffs of Dover. Look, we haven't opened the box. You can see the string is all attached. You saw us take the bubble wrap. We haven't. There is no.
And sellotape down.
And sellotape down. There is these fingers.
The thinking fingers.
The thinking fingers. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough, mate. Have you got tiny little fingers? Tiny little fingers. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Oh.
Anyway, been practicing that one for weeks. We better do clue number 3 then.
We have 21 clues to get through.
Yes.
How far are we?
Here we go. We are 16 minutes, 45 minutes to go. So, clue number 3. Clue number 3.
The name of an American bird, perhaps, or a hydroplane, maybe.
Oh, this is where we now go. What? The name? Oh, wait a minute. Eagle?
Well, there is one American bird that pops to my mind.
Yeah.
That would be bald eagle.
Oh, a bald eagle. Wait.
But a hydroplane?
A hydroplane, is it? So here we go. Thinking caps on, ladies and gentlemen. We want the brainy ones to step forward, please. Now, don't all rush at once. A ferry sinking, says Dean. A ferry sinking. Oh, no, I hope it's not a disaster like that. Like the Zeebrugge disaster. I don't think Elaine would do that. I don't think she would do that. Joe Merchant says, just for info, 2.55 MCG is radio calling frequency. Isn't 555 the number that all American films will always have at the beginning of the any phone number that they reference?
Anywhere within the phone number or things like that.
Yeah, because it's actually not. It's one of those.
It's a Hollywood number, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one that doesn't actually exist.
Fake.
So it's fake. So the phone company and the film people have come to an agreement to say if you use 555 and dial those numbers, it will never come up, because obviously people were dialing in. It's like when people go and visit Sherlock Holmes at 221B Baker Street and they get confused because actually it's a taxi service or something. I don't know what is. Does anyone know what's currently at 221B Baker Street? Apart from a sign saying this is the mythological place where Sherlock Holmes used to live.
We have some suggestions here. We've got
good.
Lady in the Shed says Golden Eagle.
Ah, Golden Eagle.
That's the British one, though, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
It's in Scotland. I don't know if America has Golden Eagles. They might have their own version of. Glenn Johnson says Albatross.
Is that American?
Well, it's kind of worldwide.
Right.
They're on the.
This is kind of. I would think it was. I
can't remember where they roost those.
Definitely American,
actually.
whatever it is.
Judith says Condor.
Condor. It's that condor moment when you ready rubbed. Do you remember those adverts, pipe smoking adverts? That condor moment. Yeah, they used to smoke birds.
Vague recollection, actually.
Yeah.
The Veg Grow podcast, Trevor Han and no one else says Bluebird.
Bluebird. Ah, the Bluebird. The Bluebird. That's what was the racing thing? Oh, a hydroplane.
No, it's talking about hydroplane.
Yeah. What is a hydroplane?
It's a plane that can land on water.
Oh, right.
I believe.
Yeah. A hydroplane. Yeah, it must be. So that's interesting. So has anybody got anything better than that? It's a bank, says Robert Croser, 221B Baker Street. Oh, that's interesting. Fastest powerboat trip around the UK, is asking Dean. The Bluebird. I thought the Bluebird was done somewhere in Wales on a big beach somewhere, or up in Scotland or somewhere, or down in Dorset on a. Anyway, I don't think it was a hydroplane. That was a car, wasn't it? The fastest.
The Bluebird.
The
only one I can think of was a very, very fast car.
Yeah, that blew up and killed the chap who did it, whose name now.
There are a couple of generations of it, I think.
All right, fair dues. Okay, shall we go to clue number 4? This has got us guessing, Elaine, as ever. Clue number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Clue number 4.
An organised body and a type of sweet, perhaps.
An organised body
and a type
of sweet. Well,
perhaps.
polo. No, well, it's a type of sweet, but polo's not really it's a game, isn't it? Marathon? No. Think of your favourite. Milky Bar. Oh, no, that's not it. A type of sweet. Sherbet... No, it wouldn't be that.
You just got, confectionery Tourette's at the moment.
Yeah. And I'm actually, if only there was some confectionery in the studio to eat now, I could gobble up something nice and tasty, like a Ferrero Rocher or something. Yes. If only there was anything like that in the studio, Julia.
Yeah.
Like a Ferrero Rocher. Like she's not listening to me at all.
No, it wasn't because I was reading the comments.
Oh, okay. What are the comments?
Dean Cooper says hydroplane means an uplifting...
Does he really say that?
Yeah, he said that. Means an uplifting force on water. Of course it does.
An uplifting force. So not a plane?
No.
So a hydro...
Wait. No, but that would be aquaplaning, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's aquaplane.
Yeah, so hydroplane is an actual vehicle.
I think a hydroplane is a plane that can land and take off on water.
Yeah.
Like a water boat plane.
Bluebird was a hydroplane, apparently, according to the Veg Grow podcast. Thank you, Richard.
Well, Richard knows everything. So anyway, we're trying to think of a confectionery thing like a Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, right, would you like one?
Oh, there we go. I thought we'd
really
never get to
spoiling
it.
Us.
Yeah, I thought we'd never get to them.
All right.
I thought you wouldn't.
No, you needed to get the foghorn hint, but...
sorry. Hint coming up. Bing! The lovely Julia has brought into the studio,
I have to admit, though, this little piece of tape that goes around the seal baffles me every time. Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't tape up seals. No wonder they're drowning on the south coast. And they make that noise only when you take the tape off. So there we are. Bluebird boat crashed. Oh, Donald Campbell. That's right. Donald Campbell. He didn't he sing "A Round Stone Cowboy"? Wasn't it Donald Campbell who sang that? It was somebody. Or wasn't he the one who made the soup? Campbell's mint soup. Campbell's meat soup. Campbell's cannibals eat Ferrero Rocher. By the way,
what's he on about?
Did you go to the ambassador's party? Because the ambassador.
That's the advert, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with you, blimey.
Are you not going to offer the viewers any?
Would you like one?
Would you like one? Stick your hand through your media device.
I feel mean. Sorry.
Sorry about that. No, Scotland's Coniston Water in Cumbria. Oh, there we go. That's where it was. Hydropower has introduced George's favourite chocolate. Oh, Fiona. Fiona! By the way, Fiona, I've got to get in... Can you send me, by email, your address? I've got this watch for George. I don't know why I'm shouting, because there's a microphone in. I've got this watch for George that one of our viewers has sent in from Illinois, in America. Well, the watch is from Illinois, from the Illinois railway station. It's worth a lot of money. And I meant to give it to him if we'd gone on the walk, but the walk was cancelled. And I want to give him this watch, which has been donated by a viewer because he's interested in trains. So if you give me your address, I'll try and get it out to you in the next couple of days. We're going to be on a canal boat very soon. So it's going to be exciting. Glenn Campbell.
Really nice thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely thing to do. So do that. Don't put your address on here. Send it to me by email. Don't send it to me by Facebook Messenger. Don't send it to me by carrier pigeon. Don't send it to me by submarine. Don't send it by hyperplane. Don't send it any by hyperbole.
Don't send it by carrier pigeon.
No, I've said that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I've already said all that.
Hey.
I've just said all that.
I've just said that. I've just said all that. One for Kevin. So, that was nice, that chocolate. Anyway, Glenn Campbell, yeah, that was the one. He did the soup. That's right. I remember him doing the adverts. It's a Campbell soup now. He had a round stone... What was it? A roundstone garden centre? No, rhinestone cowboy. What is a rhinestone cowboy?
A glamorous cowboy?
A cowboy...
I don't know.
Made of stone.
Rhinestone
is it rhinestone?
Diamante, isn't it? You know,
Diamonds?
Diamante is when you have lots of little ones.
Oranges. The
Oh my gosh.
man from Diamante. Didn't he say yes? He said yes. I'm sure the man from Del Monte.
It's hard work, guys.
It is hard work. Sorry, shouldn't be eating all this. Let's do another clue. What was the last clue we did? Oh, an organised body. We haven't got on to that. An organised body, but also a sweet. So let's go through some sweets.
Or some organised bodies. What does that mean?
Well, if you go through enough sweets, you might eventually come to... So, taxi. That's a bar of chocolate. I'm just trying to think. Sweets. Come on, think of some sweets.
Opal fruits, buttons.
Opal fruits.
Sorry, they're not opal fruits anymore, are they?
No. What are they now?
Show my
Starburst.
age. Starburst.
Starburst. They're not an organised body. Come on, we can do better than this. Think marzipan sweets. Licorice. No, that's not an organised body. Anybody? Not a real cowboy. A pretend cowboy. Oh, a coward, says Robert Croser. Del Monte, yeah. What's with the taking the mix so cruel, says Kevin. Would I?
He forgets how often I've repeated what you've said, and he's just edited it out and made me look
Bluebird toffee.
not as dumb.
Like a roundstone cowboy.
Not that you
I
look
said
dumb
all that.
at all.
I've already said
I can't
that.
believe I've just said that.
Club. Oh, club.
How did they do that pyramid anyway?
Club. Never mind all that. Get on with the thing. We've got it. Club. Who said club first? Claire Leach. Well done. Claire Leach. Club biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, an organised body. Club.
Genius.
If
well
you
done.
like a lot of chocolate
Put on
in your
your
biscuit,
biscuit,
join
join
our
our
club. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you. Isn't this the best show?
There's
What?
also Bluebird toffee.
Well, that's not an organised body, is it?
True.
Come and join the organised body that is Bluebird Toffee. Oh, I see, Bluebird Toffee, because we were mentioning hyperplanes and bluebirds. Yeah, I think each one of these represents an individual item.
Hyperplanes.
So, have I been...
I'm such a cow.
Good. Let's do the next clue. Clue number 5, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, only clue number 5. We've got half an hour to go. Time may beat us on this, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Clue number 5. Clue number 5.
Southern Television's 8-part drama in 1981.
Oh, yes, I remember. Was it The Brothers?
I don't know.
Southern Television's 8-part series in 1981. So it's got to be an English thing, an ITV thing, so it had adverts. Can anyone think of that? I think The Brothers was the BBC. Come on, people. Hyperspace, Flying Saucer, yes, Frutella, etc., etc. A television series in the 80s. House of Cards came out. The original House of Cards came out about, I don't know, I think in the 90s, isn't it? Late 80s. 81. No, it wouldn't have been The Brother. That was when The Brothers. That was when I... Oh, wait a minute. I know. Oh, no, 8-part series.
What does that mean?
Error. Oh, I had that all in the last show, but
okay.
it didn't do any problem.
Just checking.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Triangle says 8-part series. Triangle was no, Triangle was a dreadful thing. Triangle had Kate O'Mara
See,
in.
thinking fingers.
Yes. Kate O'Mara was in it, and it was about ferries. But and it was about that time actually, Nigel. But it wasn't an 8-part. I thought it was a soap, but maybe it was. They got rid of it in the end because the ratings were awful because they were filming. They were filming in British weather on a ferry, a boring ferry. Kate O'Mara, who was a bit over the hill at that point anyway, was supposed to be the sex symbol, sex interest, and she was a bit, round the houses at that point and battered in areas you don't want to look at, and it was all a little bit dull, and I think they were trying to compete with things like Dallas, which was bum ba bum ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum.
Oh, I vaguely
remember that one.
I think you've
And
got
then
bumped
Triangle.
that
I
one
can't
sometimes.
remember the theme tune for Triangle, but I am absolutely convinced it would have
Anyway,
been.
we've got loads of clues.
Yes, we've got loads of clues. Sorry, keep going on.
Yeah. It's been suggested we might need a part 2 on this one.
Look, the Clangers. Do you remember the Clangers?
Yeah.
That's a bit like one
I
of the
actually
Clangers.
do remember those.
They brought them back.
Cheryl Cragg says A good year, 1981.
Howard's Way.
Yes, it was.
Howard's Way is another good one. That was the one I was trying to think of because that was TVS. I think Triangle was a BBC, actually. But Howard's Way, I'm plumping for Howard's Way. Oh, there were 78 episodes, were there? I'm not surprised. Andy Dalgleish says, wishing you both the best of luck on your canal ventures. You'll be snug and cosy inside the longboat. Good luck to you. If there are any other, the two of you and little Joseph to operate the locks. Thank you very much, Andy. What a nice man.
I can one-man the locks.
It was a good year.
Easy.
Yeah, you can. And you will.
And I will.
Because Joseph will be doing the other lock, and I will be...
captain. He'll be sat there going, yep, you do that, and you do this.
Have you got him a nice little captain's hat?
No, I need to find one.
Can somebody knit a captain's hat for little Joseph and get it to us before we leave on Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Just asking.
What do you want, blood from a stone?
Was the film Not Far From Where I Live, was Dan Harris says. Well, which one? Triangle. Was the theme tune played on a triangle? Says, yeah, probably. No, it was the triangle. The why it was called Triangle was this ferry service was between three ports, and it was going back and that. But also, there was this love affair between Kate O'Mara and two other blokes, and so it had double meaning, and yet it should have had three meanings. There should have been a third thing, so that it had triple meaning to be a anyway, it doesn't matter. Jeff Kellison says, I'm amazed how much American TV you guys get. We have very little British television. We get so much American stuff. We certainly did. There was a period when it was pretty much 99% American stuff because we couldn't make it.
When I was
Faulty
growing up,
Towers.
that's all I watched when I was growing up.
Well, you weren't in England.
I grew up in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi
for 5
Arabia.
years.
Did they not have their own television
Well,
in
they
Saudi?
were very, very Americanized.
All right.
They are very Americanized, so they stream American TV.
Do the Saudis, if they're very Americanized, do they wear baseball caps?
I don't mean like that.
No. I realise.
I don't know. How to explain.
Clue number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Clue
That's me.
number 6.
Born 145 years ago in a palace, but not a palace. Wait. Born 145 years ago in a palace, but not a palace. In a market town which shares its name where a music festival was held in 1969 in New York.
Is there any more to that clue?
No, that's it now.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're happy with that, are you?
Yeah.
That's the last bit. So the music festival, what was that famous one?
Woodstock?
Yes, Woodstock. I was
Yeah.
nearly going to say Kirkwood. But Woodstock, what was the question again?
Born 145 years ago in a palace, but not a palace. In a market town which shares its name where a music festival was held in 1969 in New York. Where was Woodstock? It wasn't
Well,
New
I was
York,
thinking,
was it?
yes, Claire Leach has got Woodstock. Victoria. Oh, was it Victoria? No, it couldn't have been Victoria 150 years ago. Could it? 145, you said, years ago?
Yes, 145.
Commemorating something that's happened this year. Oh, gosh, let's think.
Robert Costa says Greenwich Palace.
Greenwich Palace. Because I was thinking Crystal Palace.
Winston Churchill. Woodstock is where Blenheim is. Says Linda Kane. Brain box.
Woodstock is where Winston Churchill... Ah.
Claire Leach says Churchill.
So what happened on the 2nd? Was there a ship that was sunk on the 2nd of October on the... some event on the 2nd of October at some point in history? What was the first bit of the clue? The sellotape's on the front on here.
A variety of items in the box, all appertaining to the one event that shaped our lives today.
Shaped our lives today. So it could have been something to do with the Second World War, maybe. Because Dover is a good connection here, remember. George Washington says... Dan, the Harris Tweed man. Glenn Johnson says a key. Linda says Blenheim Palace. Yeah, Blenheim Palace. Let's go with Blenheim Palace. Let's move on to next clue.
Did I say Blenheim?
Let's go on to the next clue. Clue number 7, I think.
Yep.
Clue number 7.
It is 7 inches long and 19... Don't ooh like that. Makes me giggle.
Say that again. How big is it? Not
It is-
big enough. No, can't be mine.
It is 7 inches long and 19 millimeters wide, and it is named after...
19 millimeters wide.
Yeah, and it is named after him.
Not
it
the
a
shuttlecock,
cigar?
is it? It's not the
Is it a
shuttlecock.
cigar? 19 millimeters wide. A shuttlecock is bigger.
Wait, how can you do that to me? 7 inches long and then go to millimeters. I was thinking 19. I was thinking that's a wide item.
No. Yeah, Diddy.
Diddy is what? It's like 2 centimeters. So it's got to be a cigar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Winston Churchill's
Was
cigar.
known for cigars, wasn't he?
Yeah. Winston Churchill's cigar. Was what did he smoke? Did he smoke Havanas
Probably.
or Havanas? Winston Churchill's
Havana,
birthday, says
ooh, na,
Nigel
na.
Sadler. Oh, could be. Right, clue number 8. Clue number 8.
Perhaps it was the first onesie. Perhaps it was the first onesie.
Clue number 8. Perhaps it was the first onesie.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
It was the first.
So that's like a
onesie.
romper suit.
Yeah.
Because a onesie is like an all-in-one
It's
suit.
a top and a bottoms all in one.
So who? Yeah. So go back in time. What fashionable item?
Well,
like Andy Pandy, kind of had a onesie, didn't he?
yeah. Well, didn't the pilots wear?
Oh, pilots.
Or maybe
Yeah, like a pilot suit. Good thinking. Like it.
airmen or...
Can you just shut the brain down? It's deafening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, boiler suit, says Claire.
Boiler suit. Yeah, maybe.
And-
Yeah.
Richard Soggett.
Andy Dalgleish, who is on another planet and slightly removed from us, living in the past, says Triangle was awful. The first episode featured Kate O'Mara sunbathing, except there was no sun. Poor lady must have been frozen out there in the North Sea. What did I tell you? Thank you very
Sounds
much.
like hell to me.
I know. Winston's boiler suit, says Nigel Sadler. I think Nigel Sadler is on the right move. He wore a siren suit, Linda Kane says. I've heard
What's
of
a
these.
siren
A
suit?
siren suit. Women would wear a siren suit during the Second World War because it was an all-in-one. It was something that you could get it. Now, correct me if I'm right here, Linda. It was something that you could get into very, very quickly because it was a quick zip. You could change out of something. So if you were, in bed or whatever, and you needed to get out into the street, you could zip like that. You could also get out of it very quickly, zip. And they made them into very fashionable 1940s
Oh, yeah.
things so that women actually like them. They put a belt on them, so you've got the hourglass figure.
Jumpsuit, boiler suit.
Yeah, and it became hence
wasn't-
siren. It was
wasn't-
like woohoo, and it was because the sirens were doing the air raid warning thing.
Wasn't that that cartoon icon, Rosie the thingy, and they...
Yes, absolutely.
No, you have no idea, do you?
No.
Ooh,
Look at her.
it's a bit of herstory stuff, basically.
Oh, whatever that is. I've had Herstory bars from America. They're not so good. Like a boiler suit. Difficult for the loo, though, says Linda Kane. Ah, yeah, that must have been a bit... What you needed is a zip...
The bottom
Yeah.
hatch.
Didn't go right down and come back the other side, so it sort of split in two. Might be difficult to get on and off. Miners' strikes in Yorkshire. Pits close, says Dean Cooper. Another planet. Clue number 9.
Whose famous quote, "I might be disgustingly drunk, my dear, but you are disgustingly ugly. Tomorrow I shall be sober, and you will still be disgustingly ugly."
Now, funny you should say that. That is a comment attributed to Winston Churchill. I know that.
There's
But
a but.
actually,
I can hear a but coming.
but
But.
actually was not said by him.
Who was it said by them?
Somebody else. But no. Well, according to Boris Johnson, who...
Sorry, Linda Kane says fart flap
Yes.
for the boiler suit.
Thanks very much.
You're
20 minutes to
welcome.
go, says D for Bricks. Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Thanks. Yeah, apparently that is not a comment. It's too slick for him to... I think that's one. I may have got this wrong. But Boris Johnson, in his book about Winston Churchill, went through a number of ones and they said that is actually attributed to him, but it's not him. And I think that's one of the ones that actually he didn't really say. but has been attributed to him. But basically, the answer is Winston Churchill. So we've got Winston Churchill as a definite here. Groucho Marx quote, no.
What?
Although it could be.
Oh, right.
Boris lies, says Mickey Baines. No, he doesn't.
Linda Kane says that the
Not
siren,
all the time.
The siren suits refers to the air raid sirens.
I did say that because
Oh,
I
you
did the.
Okay.
Ooh,
You just said all that.
Look at her.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, siren.
I remember.
Yep. Yeah, I've said all that. I've just said all that.
Clue.
Clue number 10.
His black dog was always with him. His black dog was always with him.
Well, I think that was that about depression?
Yes, I think so.
But I don't think he was depressed. Winston Churchill.
He always looked depressed, but that's not what a depressed face looks like.
It was quite a depressing face.
That's more accurate. Bless him.
Black dog was always with him. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know enough. I think in the box, chocolate cigars, says Lady in the Shed. Oh, yeah, because we've got to guess what these items are, of course. Churchill's depression. So maybe he did get depressed in later years, because in 1945, after winning the war, he was kicked out. Douglas Bader. No, definitely not Douglas Bader. Douglas Bader was a strange fella. But less of that. Him and his big wings. Anyway, clue number 11, please.
Whose famous quote? History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it.
Ah.
Whose famous quote? History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it.
I don't know that. Winston Churchill, says Claire Leach, referred to his depression as his black dog. Oh, I drew a black dog for you, Julia, remember.
I didn't think you drew it for me, but you did show me an image of a black dog you drew. It was gorgeous. I really like your artwork. You showed me a few other pieces of your artwork too.
Did he?
He's really good.
Did he take you up to show you his etchings?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Well, he's got some etchings, hasn't he? When he was scribbling some graffiti into the top end of a church. 1837. Jeff Kellison said that was Churchill. So we're getting a big Churchill theme coming through here. So here we go. Number
12.
Thanks. Question number 12. I'm trying to do them all in different ways to make it interesting.
Clue number.
Oh, sorry. Clue number 12.
Why did I put us through that? I'm sorry. An Elizabethan word meaning someone who had a fiery character.
Churchill. I'm going to say Churchill on all of them now. An Elizabethan word meaning somebody with a fiery... Linda Kane, we defer that one to you. She's going, yeah, why me? What can I... What?
Claire Leach says he painted to relieve his depression.
He did. He also did a bit of bricklaying.
Bricklaying.
Yes, that is not a lie. There are pictures of Winston Churchill at Blenheim Palace bricklaying with a cigar in his mouth and a comedy hat on.
I thought you were referring to way back when you had that conversation with Beluzik, Jonathan Beluzik, about art, and you're looking for the other thing I bought, aren't you?
I was just looking for another,
want another one of these?
Fairy Roshi.
There you go.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough, mate. Have you got tiny little fingers, tiny little fingers? Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Oh, no.
Clue.
13.
Clue number 13, please. Clue number 13.
Was known as Mutt, but he was not a dog. Was known as Mutt, but was not a dog.
Mutt. Score. He was known as Mutt. Can't all be Winston Churchill, can it?
No, surely not.
He was known as Mutt, but not a dog.
But it's all supposed to be referring to a particular...
Andy Dalgley says
one
Winston
event.
Churchill was a very accomplished artist. Winston wore a boiler suit when he painted. We're going to get a picture of Winston Churchill, which would be great. Sometimes Winston Churchill used licorice or chocolate cigars. What, instead of real ones? Going about, we will fight them on the beaches and the landing ground. Oh, that was a bit like the Penguin then, wasn't it?
Yep.
From the remember the 1960s series, The Penguin? The dog on the chair. Oh, Mutt. Maybe the dog was called... Oh, no, it wasn't a dog. Sir Winston's Batman. Mickey Baines. Good thinking, that man. Good thinking. We like this. I'm only halfway through my book on Churchill by Boris Johnson. By a very good book. Fascinating, by the way, when you read that it's by Boris Johnson, because you almost can see Boris personifying the Churchill spirit. It's absolutely amazing. It's very interesting. We won't get into that there. Oh, is it after 8? Gosh, is it? Oh, it is. Since 9:45.
The show starts at 8.
I know that. But sometimes my brain hasn't told me yet. 14?
Yes.
Clue 14! Clue 14!
You finished?
Clue 14!
I'm a sucker for punishment, aren't I? Whose, quote, the sort of bloody silly name they would give it.
Whose quote is...
The sort of bloody silly name they would give it.
Oh, these are getting trickier now. The sort of bloody silly name they would give it. There must be a famous line in something. Helga Moe was named Mutt in the Second World War, says the lady in the shed. Apparently that was Croser saying that. Next time you receive another parcel, send it back, says Dan Harris. No! This is so fun. Sometimes Churchill had a licorice. Oh, that's interesting. Mutt was a double agent in World War II. Gosh. Oh, right. Hurry up. The Apprentice is on in a minute. Well, you can go and watch The Apprentice.
Come back and watch the end of this.
Yeah, you can watch this later on. Don't worry about
We're
that.
not offended. Much.
No. Anyway, The Apprentice is the same old thing. I don't want to sort of be a spoiler for you, but a bunch of people who are not very good, who've been picked out by TV executives to completely cock up and make a complete arse of themselves, will be given some jobs by a bloke who thinks he's very clever and has a big business empire, only to realise that this, of course, is television, so they will pick out and edit those people so they look complete incompetent and absolutely twits. This has been going on for bloody years. It made the woman that you don't like very famous, whatever her name is now, I can't remember. What's her name?
Katie Hopkins.
Katie Hopkins. Made Katie Hopkins famous because famously, when she was offered a job at the end, she said, "Stuff it, I don't want it," which was interesting. Here's an after 8 to bribe me.
I'm behind her on that one. Well done, love.
Anyway, so that's what happens, and it happens week in, week out, week in, week out. I mean, once you've seen one episode of it, you know that's it. Don't need to see the rest because it's just more of the same old. A bit like this, really. Week in, week out, they get a box.
Dan Harris says, "Gotcha, Vobesy."
Good.
Well,
right, okay. R.J. Mitchell. Oh, yes. Linda Kane. You're right. Damn silly name. I read that. Mitchell, the designer of the Spitfire. Linda, thank you so much. You're so right. I could kiss you. Mwah. Yes, damn silly
I think
bloody...
she felt that through the lens.
Yeah,
then.
probably. No. As soon as she said that, it's absolutely true. That is... He didn't think much of the name, but he died before it was put into service. Linda, you are amazing. A Spitfire, yes. And Mitchell, brilliant. R.J. Mitchell. Oh, fantastic. Right, more clues. Coming up. Yeah, coming
15.
up. What?
15.
50, yes, sorry. Clue 15.
What? No,
Clue
it's it.
15. I'll do it again. Clue 15.
A small mole-like mammal.
A mole.
A vole. It says a small mole-like animal.
Well, a mole is like a mole, isn't it? Let's face it. I mean, a small mole-like mammal must be like a mole. Well, you said a mouse. Mitchell comes from near I live, says Robert Baxter. Oh, does he? Can I have the after 8? Yes, of course. Here you go, mate. Dean Cooper. We're going to get fat on this. Never mind.
Speak for yourself.
I'll have to do some press-ups or something. A mole-like creature. A mouse? I said that. A mouse? A vole? A mouse? A mole? A vole? A mouse? What is like a mole that's not a mole?
Lady in the shed.
A rat.
Oh, a shrew.
Oh, a shrew.
Linda Kane says shrew. Lady in the shed, aka Vicky Adams, says a vole.
There's a railway locomotive, says George. George, send me your email. Send me your home address by email so that I can send you this watch. There is a railway locomotive called J.R. Mitchell named after him.
R.J. Mitchell.
Yeah, that's it. Not J.R. the Was it J. Arthur?
Not J.R. Hartley.
Oh yeah, J.R. Hartley, a relation of yours. Fly fishing by a relation of hers. We might go fly fishing on the canal boat.
Fly fishing.
Canal.
Canal. Ben Johnson says hamster.
Desert rat. Desert rat.
Hamsters are from Syria and Russia. Anyway.
Siberian, aren't they?
Siberian. Roborovsky's.
According to Manuel in Faulty Towers, hamsters come from Siberia.
Well, there's.
I think that was a joke. That was a Faulty Towers joke.
Okay.
Wasn't real. Manuel, Siberian hamster. Or what was it? It was a rat. And he said, no, it's a Siberian hamster. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Meerkat, are you going to do a show on Friday? Daniel? No, of course not. We're going to be...
Monday was just a random one.
Yeah. So here we go. Lady in the Shed. They dig tunnels, so it could be to do with the ones in Dover. Dover tunnels.
Oh.
Yes. It's funny how we get very excited when we know the answers. Okay. Feel good, fantastic fish and chips Friday show. Daniel, what are you? This randomness. Stay on.
Calm down.
I'm trying to, but it's very exciting. What number now? 16.
16.
Clue number 16. Nim 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 nim. Nom 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 nom. Nim 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 nom 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 nim nom 16.
Was it modified for beer bombs?
Oh, modified cocktail. What's it called? A Molotov.
More you say.
What is it called? Modified
Molotov cocktail.
Molotov cocktail. What was the clue?
Was it modified for beer bombs?
Beer bombs. It must be. I visited Dover tunnels many times. Great fun. Yeah, we must go to the Dover tunnels. You can push me off. I did like the Monday show. Yeah, thanks, Robert. Okay, all right. Well, keep on the topic. I don't know. What's the matter with them out there? They seem to be very foggy. Have they been drinking?
Clue 17.
Clue number 17. La 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 la.
A vendor of merchandise.
Oh.
Or a large rotating storm.
Hurricane. A large tornado. Wait.
Tornado.
Tornado was an airplane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But what was the first bit? A large...
So was a hurricane.
Yeah, a rotating storm. Or a vending...
Vendor of merchandise.
A vendor. So a sales, like a shop. A tornado, was that selling something? But yeah, Molotov... Yeah, there we go. Molotov cocktail. Yeah, so that's good. We've got 7 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got to open up the box. Cyclone. Cyclone's good, but is it the right answer? I'll have a pee, Bob. But the vendor of merchandise, a cyclone, is that a vendor?
Cyclone, typhoon, hurricane, yeah.
What else should we talk about the subject? Daniel, we're doing the what's in the box, mate. That's what we're doing. This is today's show. It's not about other random stuff that you're talking about.
Calm down.
I'm trying to calm down, but it keeps putting in very odd subjects and things, which is taking me off. Spitfires carried beer barrel bombs. A vendor would be somebody who sold them.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll pass on that. What number now? 18?
Yes.
We're nearly at the end, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try and get through to the end. So, clue number 18.
Iconic but never used.
Iconic but never used. Oh. Iconic but never used, something that's new. Peddler. A peddler.
A peddler for the vendor of merchandise.
Yeah, peddler, but what is the...
I don't know.
But a peddler isn't a rotating storm, is it? I think there is a collection of model aircraft in the box. Good one, Glenn. That would be great. If there is, we'll suspend them from the ceiling. That would be nice.
Oh, Default Break says, okay, sorry, teacher.
That's quite all right. That's all right. We just stay on it. If you stay on a subject, then it doesn't wind me down. I've got a backward spring here.
Yeah,
so,
he's coiled tightly.
Iconic but never used. Okay, that's baffled me. Clue number 19, ladies and gentlemen. Number 19 coming in very fast. Here it comes. 19, here it comes.
And here's one I made earlier.
Blue Peter.
I was going to say that, Blue Peter.
Blue Peter. Blue Peter.
What's the origins of Blue Peter?
Sticky back plastic.
What's that little ship on the badge?
Ba-da-lum, bum, bum, ba-da-lum, ba-da-lum, bum, bum, ba- No, that wasn't Blue Peter. It was similar to that. It was like a sea shanty, wasn't it, Blue Peter?
A bit.
A bit like that.
Guess.
Yeah. It had Blue Peter, I think, was a ship. I think it's gone awfully quiet. Blue Peter, that's only because the fans on the laptop suddenly stopped. I thought, hello, everything's gone down. Blue Peter was a ship. It was a tall ship, wasn't it? Very stocky and small. I don't know how they got it in the studio, and they managed to get it on badges as well. But it was this ship that used to get.
Right.
Clue number 20. Clue number 20.
Special processed American meat.
Bully beef? No, processed.
Spam.
Hamburger.
Where did spam come from?
Spam? I don't know if it's... Yeah, it might be. Or is it hamburger?
Well, spam. Special processed American meats. S-P-A-M.
Yes! That's it. Hey!
I got one!
She got one! Woo!
I'm so happy right now.
Oh, Julia is so clever. Julia is so clever. La 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 la.
I can get used to
la,
that.
La 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 la. Bing!
But I mustn't because it won't happen again.
Yeah, because she now can't get out of the room.
Nope.
Spam. Dan Harris says jerky. No. And we got 2 more to go. So here we are. Clue number 20.
We just had 20.
Oh, is this the last clue?
Yes.
Oh, and now, ladies and gentlemen, finally, the last clue of the night. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, live. Clue number 21. Come on, Pluto.
He was depicted looking over a wall, and his message...
Chad.
Always began...
What?
No?
What? No. Yeah, Chad.
Ah,
That's it.
Ah.
Chad. He always had hands like that. His head, that wartime thing. And he said, what? No sausages. What? No Vobes show. What? No Julia. Shoulder, pork and ham. S-P-A-M. Shoulder, pork and ham.
P-A-H, technically, but it could be just a,
a spelling error.
No.
They're the clues. Let's open the box. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open the box. Dun, 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 dun,
Call
dun,
me
dun.
elbows hurt from using this.
Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Can we do it in 3 minutes? Dun, 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 dun. Bow, bow, ba, bow, bow, ba, da, bow, 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 ba, bow. It's all very exciting. Very silly. Oh, well, there we are. We can't do it this time. So tune in again next week when we look... Oh, no, go on. We've got to open the box now. She is using a pen as a knife, as a paper knife.
It's a pen knife.
It's a pen knife! You're getting good at this. Wait, you've been around the Vobes too long.
But you've got to say I've been around the block for too many times and like, wait, steady on.
I didn't say
governor.
that. Didn't even
Steady
hint at
on.
that. Just careful you don't knock the
I'm
thing.
a lady.
I know.
Sorry.
Just in
We
case.
don't want those
we don't want
things
that.
to,
Yeah, don't get them to move.
cuss-
Good
it's
night
not
and God
frozen,
bless
is it?
all, says Dan Harris. Goodbye. What? No Mark English, says Robert Croser, apropos of. Yes, so, how are we doing? We're just trying to get in the box and we remember the clues.
Open this up.
And we'll see if we... I wonder if she's labelled each
this one.
Yeah, quick, one more. Oh, my giddy aunt.
What's in the box answers?
Oh, what's in the box answers? Right, here we go. Shall I read the answers and you fish them out? No, don't chuck them.
You chucked them at me.
I know, that was the old ones. What are they? Have you got the answers?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need that one then. I thought you were chucking the answers then. I thought you were just copying me.
No.
I can't see you. Right, give me the answers and you've got to find them in the box. Give me the sodding answers.
All right.
Right, clue number 1. I need the questions now.
I told you.
Well, I thought she might have put the... Hang on a minute.
Wait. Just never mind.
It's all right. What's the matter?
I was going to get them.
Oh. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important we get this in the right order. So, here we are. Grid reference was the grid reference. The answer was Dover. Is there anything in the box that marks Dover without... Well, you can probably open... Oh, crikey.
It's packed full.
It's packed full. We might have to just make space. I'll take the after eights and put them over here. And just dump the stuff on the...
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Amazing. Look, can we... Julia, I'm trying to organise things.
I'm having fun.
I know. Can we not just put all the stuff on there?
Okay.
And then we'll rifle through the stuff if we can find them. Let me come round here.
What we got?
We don't say what they are.
All right.
And then we'll rifle through. Because we haven't got time, you see. Because there's loads in the box we want to reveal to the lovely viewer. Sorry, I don't mean to be pedantic,
Bossy?
but yeah, bossy. But it's now 9 o'clock, you see. We're losing... There is so
We're
much.
losing the evening, yes.
Just don't knock my things or those US... If you're not the USB...
So many parameters must not break.
No, I'm only saying that because the camera will stop.
I know. I'm well aware.
I'm not
I
trying
know
to
the
be...
cat did it last time. Not last time. Time before that you
Elaine Brazier, you have
outdone yourself yet again.
outdone yourself. Right, Dover. Anything in there that resembles Dover, you've gone through. If there's things it... Is it a
By
map?
my reckoning, there's 25 different items.
Okay. Well, all right. Dover is one of the next one.
Wait,
Skeletal.
here, this one.
Skeletal remains of minute plankton green algae is chalk white cliffs of Dover. There we are. We have a box. Open it up. We have a box which just goes to show this is amazing.
This is
Elaine.
the box within the box with white chalk in it.
The white chalk of Dover. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, the next one was the name of an American bird, perhaps, or a hydroplane, maybe. Bluebirds, Dame Vera Lynn's song. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. That's not the tune, by the way. So somewhere in there might be an old record or something. But yeah, so that was... Wish You Were Here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Wish You Were Here. Hang on, what's that? Was that got by? Is that by Gracie
Oh,
Fields?
I see.
Yes, CD, the music of.
So
Look
that's
at
that
that. How amazing is that? Keep calm and carry on, dancing 120 songs, including Vera Lynn. There we go. Dame Vera Lynn's song. Bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover, shot down by the Spitfires on Monday morning. That might not be quite true. The next one is clue 4, an organised body and a type of sweet, perhaps. What sweets have we got in here? The answer is the wilderness years Robert Hardy played Churchill. No, sorry, that's the next one. Vera Lynn's nickname was the Force's sweetheart. What? Clue 4, an organised body and a type of sweet, perhaps. Oh, sweethearts. There must be sweethearts in here somewhere. You know, a packet of those. Oh no, they're love hearts.
Oh no.
What have you done? Broken?
Well, no, I didn't do that. It's well packaged as well. That's
Yeah, my fault.
no.
We got a breakage, but let's just get through the clues,
yeah.
okay? Let's not get sidetracked. Sorry, I don't mean to be bossy, but I'm being bossy. And right, okay. So that was something to do with being a sweetheart. What's in the so what clue are we on now? The Southern Television 8-part drama in 1951. Clue 5 was the wilderness years with Robert Hardy played Churchill. So there might be, I don't know, something about Churchill in there, but
It's got Churchill stuff in it.
okay. Number 6, born 145 years ago in a palace but not palace. Winston Churchill was born in Blenheim Palace in the market town of Woodstock. Well done to those who got that. Number 7, Winston Churchill. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Number 7, it's 7 inches long and 19 millimetres wide. It's named after him, which is Churchill's cigar. Is there a cigar in the house? It's going to be a small, slim thing. We'll have a look. Whilst you're doing that, clue number 8 was perhaps it was the first onesie Churchill siren suit. Is there a siren suit? If there's a siren suit,
Well,
I should
I
be.
reckon. Is that meant to be one item or is that because there's lots of little bobs
there
and
we
bits
go.
in there?
Bobs
see?
and bits.
Bobs and bits.
Yeah,
bits and
open
bobs.
it and have a look. Just don't knock these.
Oh.
I know, but I don't want to picture
Can
it.
we put the stuff that's been done over that side then?
Yes, of course. There's a lovely book here,
and,
Winston Churchill, The Wilderness Years. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Really lovely. And that one, thank you.
What other ones have we?
Clue number 8. Perhaps it was that I've done that one. Clue number 9. Whose famous quote? People at you two are brilliant together. Says yeah, we're like 2 peas in a pod.
Original British coins. Cool. Look at that.
Wait, we haven't got onto that one yet. Don't show them the answers.
All right, hurry up then.
I'm doing it. You're not finding the cigar. Where's the cigar?
The swap pen.
What do you mean? No.
Hurry up then.
I am hurrying up.
I don't see what the rush is. But
Oh,
never mind.
please don't. Clue number... Famous quote, I might be disgustingly drunk, my dear. Who said that? That was Winston Churchill in Bessie Baddock, the first male MP. That was right. So there might be a picture in there of Bessie Baddock, the first male MP. In that, a picture...
All right.
A picture, woman, of a woman who's an MP. Is there? No?
I think that's the only
No.
picture of a woman I've seen.
Okay. Cool, there's loads of stuff in there. All right, well, I'll just run through the clues because we haven't got time to work out which one is which, and we will work them out afterwards in the privacy of our own home, my home. Clue number, famous quote. Okay, 10. The black dog was with him. That was his impression. He referred to his black dog. I don't know if we've got anything about that. That was his black dog. Clue number 11. Whose famous quote, history will be kind to me for I intend to write it. Winston Churchill wrote that himself. Oh, okay. Clue number 12. Elizabethan word meaning someone who had a fiery character. It was the pet name for the little Spitfire, the daughter of Sir Robert Maclean. Got the flag there? Yeah, you just unpack everything now. That'd be good. Clue number 13. Who was known as Mutt, and it was not a dog. Clue number 13 was known as Mutt. Oh, that's interesting. The test pilot of prototype K5054, the Spitfire. Clue number 13 was Mutt. That was it. The test pilot was known as Mutt. So people got that.
Could this be the one?
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, it could be. It's about a Spitfire.
Be
14, the quote, what sort of bloody name was that? That was R.J. Mitchell, engineer of the Spitfire.
Oh, look, is that?
Is that the cigar?
It might be. No, it's a pencil.
Oh, a pencil. Nice. Yeah, so the Spitfire, there's a Spitfire. R.J. Mitchell was the designer of that. The next one was a small mole-like animal. Turns out to be a shrew. That was the preferred name for the Spitfire. Oh, that R.J. Mitchell. He wanted it to be called the shrew.
Very cute.
Has it got a plane on it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. Right, 16. So did you hear that then, about the shrew?
No.
Can you just just for a few minutes, could you pay attention? Just to the end of this bit?
Okay.
Do you mind? So the shrew was the preferred name that Mitchell wanted for the Spitfire.
Oh, right.
So that was that. 16. Yeah, you read them out and I'll give you the answer. That'll keep you happy. So 16. What is 16?
Was it modified for beer bombs?
The Spitfire carried beer kegs for the thirsty D-Day Allied troops in Normandy. Beer. So he said beer.
Yes.
Spitfire beer.
Yep.
In there.
Yep.
Fantastic. You can't see it, but it's in there. Okay, 17. Clue 17.
A vendor of merchandise, a large rotating storm.
Hawker Hurricane. Why didn't I get that? A hurricane.
You did say
The
that.
Hawker Hurricane. Yeah, no, the plane.
Yeah, like the one that came down at the Shoreham Air Show.
Which was shot down more enemy aircraft than Spitfire. No, the Hawker Hurricane wasn't the one that was shot down. It was a Hawker something else.
No, but one came down at Shoreham Airport.
Yeah, but not a Hurricane.
Oh, right, no.
Not a hurricane. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It does matter to the people who obviously it was it. The Hawker Hurricane shot down more people than aircraft than Spitfires. So that was that. Number 18.
Is iconic but never used.
Keep calm and carry on was never seen in public and all the posters were pulped.
Ah.
Didn't know that. Is there I bet there's a... Hey! Did you know that, ladies and gentlemen? It was never actually used. And all the posters were pulped. That is a fascinating fact.
It's going on the wall.
That is going on. Not the
At the
second.
end of the show.
Yeah, the second. We've got. I'm trying to finish the show. So what's the next one?
And here's one I made earlier.
Marguerite Patton, Ministry of Food, 1942. She was the first to use the phrase. So nothing to do with Blue Peter. So that was in the wartime. Should have thought of that. 20.
Special processed American meat.
And it was, of course,
Spam.
Spam. Yes. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen,
He was depicted looking over a wall, and his message always began, what, no?
and it was a little cartoon character called Chad, humorous protest about food shortages. Thank you so much, Elaine. That is absolute. What I mean is, we've got so many things now to work out afterwards. What else have we got? Let's show them what we got now, and we can do the whole thing.
I don't know why we got them out of the box.
Well, because I thought that we might be able to detect which one was which, but we don't know in retrospect now.
A big mug.
A big glass Spitfire. Look at that for the beer that's in here.
Wild Woodbine cigarettes. Wow.
Wild Woodbine a box looking at it. So there we go. There's the Spitfire. Okay. What else have we got, lovely Julia?
That looks quite vintage. I mean, it could be.
Yeah, that's what they used to smoke, Woodbine cigarettes.
That's amazing.
I think they were probably bigger than that. We're 10 minutes over, by the way.
Okay.
I don't mean to rush you, but...
Okay, well, here. Show some things off.
Okay, so we've got George V coins, a selection of coins that were around back in the 1940s. I'm assuming... Did you remember I have found that halfpenny, 1942, with Kevin on a walk? There's one just like it.
Wow.
Just on there. Elaine, this is so amazing. Classic bookmark with Churchill on it. Union Jack sticker, presumably. Car sticker, it says there.
Bluebirds over the White Cliffs of Dover card.
And there is a Spitfire over the White Cliffs of Dover card, I think, or something.
Identity card.
Bookmark, magic
Under
bookmark.
16 years.
Picture of a Spitfire and a postcard. The Scramble Experience, it says. One of the wartime posters in a card, I imagine, showing our lovely pilots and wrens, or WAFs, probably.
An iconic shot of 9 members of the few from number 249 Squadron with a current photograph of the Christopher Foxley Norris Memorial Wall.
Oh, wow. That's very good.
And a Spitfire patrols the White Cliffs of Dover.
And this is a original British coin, the Churchill crown. You get half a crown and a whole crown. That's an old British coin. This one's 1965, so that obviously a special issue one with Churchill's face on the front. How brilliant is that? Is that when he died? Did he die in 1965? That might be when he died. Can't remember now. What have we got there?
What? No bacon.
Ah, there's Chad.
Yeah, that's cool. And this is a rations book. Very peculiar. And rations, a very peculiar history. Peculiar?
Peculiar.
Yeah.
Peculiar.
How cool is that?
And it's got written on the front in handwriting.
Vobes Richard. Surname Vobes. Other names Richard.
I've been put on rations. That's an outrage.
I hadn't noticed that actually. That looks good.
Oh, how amazing.
Lots of different little... why we ran short, whale meet again, married in a parachute, and a few other things. Yeah.
Well, enjoy, and we enjoy looking at all of this. Oh, here we go. What's this say?
Was in there. I'm not sure if I
No Fokker comes close. That's the Spitfire beer. Oh, this must have cost you an absolute fortune, Elaine.
We got a Battle of Britain flyer for obviously a
film.
recreation. Oh, John.
Celebrating 50 years of the Battle of Britain film. 50. Oh yes, because they made the film in 1969. So this must have been. When is this then? Oh, 13th to the 15th of September. Oh bugger, we missed it. An event in September. The Battle of Britain film is an absolutely amazing film. It really is a good film.
Can I do that one?
And here, wow, look at that. A Spitfire. Oh, look.
That happens.
Bam, 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 bam. No, how does the music? I can't remember.
We also have.
What?
A London County Council School number 253.
So that would have been on the children probably when they were evacuated in the war.
I should think so.
Yeah, so that's like a reproduction of a label that they would have been wearing.
On a pack of Kent crisps, roast beef and Spitfire ale.
Ooh, yummy.
They do sound good, actually.
Yeah, we have to break out that.
Peckish. And then, sadly, this got broken.
There's this lovely cup here. Can't take it out because sadly it has...
It looks like a very lovely mug. And a nice wavy
beautiful
Union Jack
mug. Union
flag.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame.
Union Jack.
And we
got a Union flag.
What's that there?
Oh! And this is a recreation newspaper.
Yes. What
Get
does
the
it say
words
on
out.
there? Fleet. Begin
Do
the
you want me to
big...
open it up so you can see it, read it properly?
Yeah, go on then. Sorry about going over time, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, it's really soft paper too. Fleet begins the blockade.
Oh, the blockade. What date is it?
Monday, September 4th, 1939.
Oh, wow.
1 penny.
A day after we've declared war on Britain. Oh, that is amazing. I've lost the mouse. So let's just quickly go through some of these comments. So here we go. Oh, there's loads and loads of comments, but obviously you can read them yourselves. But he'll be on fire until midnight at this rate. This is the extended version. Hawker Hurricane Hunter. Hawker Hunter that came down at Shoreham.
All right.
That's right. Well done to Elaine Brazier for putting the box together. The end of the tunnel is in sight. I don't know what that's about. Don't drink the beer, Richard, says Kevin. No, don't worry. Keep calm and carry on. Poster was discovered at Barter's Books in Alnwick. Alnwick. That's in Northumberland, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to go there.
Elaine has put in so much thought and clues into the box. Very Chesy.
Very true, Sheza. A former railway station, now a bookshop and a cafe. Lovely place.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
No,
I've got a Churchill crown somewhere, says Kevin. Claire died in 19...
Claire didn't die, she says.
Oh, she says died in 1965. Oh, yes, hence the crown. So that commemorated his death. What a bundle. Absolutely. Hang the models up. Yeah, we definitely would do that.
Slightly overwhelming, all of that lot.
Julia kept the crisps, LOL. No, they're here. They're here. Really enjoyed the show. Germany declared war on Britain. Missed that one. It was a while ago, about 80 years ago. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. So sorry we've dragged on a bit and it's taken so long. But Elaine, isn't she amazing?
She is fantastic.
I have never known such stuff. We're going to peruse all of this with a bit more time. But this is just fantastic.
It's amazing.
We're going to have to revamp the background to reflect all the stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Wave the flag with pride. It's been an amazing show. Elaine, we love you. Absolutely love you. This is just overwhelming. We're going away on a canal boat. We hope to be doing live shows intermittently whilst we're away from Saturday this week. Very important that we make this announcement. I'm going to get the modem charged up with lots of Wi-Fi. We don't know if we can do it in the evenings because it'll be dark. There may not be some lights, but we may just try and do some bits in the week from the boat. As far as the Vobes show is concerned, I have no fresh videos to cover the time I'm away. So we also hope to bring you a behind the scenes every day.
Sorry, do you mean the Bold Explorer there? You said the Vobes show.
Oh, sorry, the Bald Explorer. Thank you very much. So the Bald Explorer, we just hoped that I shall just upload like a little 10-minute chat with Julia about what's gone on each day and how many times she's throttled me for chivying her along. And I apologise for chivying you along, but we just wanted to get to the end of the show. So thank you so much for that, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, take care, look after yourselves. Thank you, Julia. It's been grand. And we will see you again, well, as soon as we can. Yeah. Until then, where's the thing? Goodbye.